Parents who have children diagnosed with ADHD, ODD, DMDD, or some other mood or behavior disorder, who have tried therapy, medication, and every program out there, and nothing has worked to gain cooperation and harmony in your home. We're going to break down the one thing no therapist, no medication, no school has ever explained. And this changes how a parent sees their child forever. Stay to the end and drop the word reframe in the comments, and we'll send you a copy of our top 5 phrases that stops defiance before it starts. My name is Bonnie Liotta, and when I first met Tom, I was a single mom with 4 kids who were all being diagnosed with severe ODD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, and nothing I was doing was working. And thank God he came into my life, because I was winning in every area of my life, but failing drastically as a mother, which was the most important thing to me.
And I'm Thomas Liotta, and I've worked with hundreds of thousands of kids and thousands of families. Now, I got a reputation of so-called fixing the kids. Why? It wasn't that there was something wrong with the kid. It was changing the approach to be able to help the child learn all the missing life skills the way God intended for us to launch out of the nest. And when you change the approach, there was never any kids that were broken. Every child rised up to embrace their own uniqueness, and that's the name of the game.
Now, most parents in this situation believe that the problem is the child, a situation that needs to be fixed somehow. And the struggle is real. Parents who are raising children with these mental and mood disorders, they dread mornings, they dread bedtimes. Gosh, they dread even coming home at the end of the day. And when that happens, the parent is left feeling like a failure. Like, if I was a better parent, my child would be different somehow. And I want to say you're probably a great parent, a studious parent, doing everything that you know how to do to help your child. But when you're told over and over and over again that something's wrong with them, what else are you supposed to do? Now, here's what nobody tells these parents. Every therapist, medication, every program out there is aimed at fixing the child, but the child was never broken.
So what if the child was just communicating the only way that they know how, through a form of cry? Now, between 0 and 2, a 2 to 4-year-old, a teenager, sloth like a lizard, right? I hate you. You're the dumbest person in the world. You see, all of these things have in common, which is I'm not being validated when I actually practice monkey see, monkey do, and I'm ready to learn. So-called misbehavior. Well, what if it was as simple as, hey, I'm ready to learn my next missing life skill so I can get on my life skills and launch out of the nest like the way God intended. Every animal in the animal kingdom follows this, except for man can be tricked into thinking that a child made in the image of God is somehow broken, dismantled, or a rock in your boot when you're hiking up a hill.
Yeah, in fact, we're spending $247 billion in North America alone trying to fix these kids from the outside in. And what we're doing is we're focused on the fruit and we're missing the root cause of the behavior in the first place. So what's happening is every year we're treating behavior that us, the parents, are actually causing completely unknowingly. Now, this isn't because we're bad parents. It's because we haven't been handed the right tools yet.
Now, when you see your child just doing something, always approach it like a detective. You see, if they knew how to make their bed and make their breakfast and get themselves to school all by themselves, they would have already done it. When you start to see resistance in them becoming independent, that's where you want to study and go, have I not taken the time to show them what it looks like to make a bed with duct tape on?
And I love this conversation so much because we all know that when we're making banana bread, if we miss one ingredient called baking soda, it comes out like a heavy block, right? It's hard as rock with one little tiny ingredient. And so when Thomas taught me to start just playing detective, write everything down, everything they do you don't like, everything they do that you do like, how you react to things, because what we're doing is we're gathering all the ingredients so eventually we can create a master, proactive, family, parent-approved plan.
You either fail to plan or plan to fail, or plan? What's a plan?
Yeah, I love this so much because there is no more reacting. We are going to gather all of the ingredients and put it together eventually.
So the second one is to decode. How are you communicating with your child? Are you asking them to just follow blindly to your dictation? Or do you ask questions like, I wonder where the shoe is sleeping, or I wonder where blank is? When you can ask them a question, it gets them to think, because if you're thinking for them and then you disappear, when is a child going to learn that life skill called think first, then do?
Yeah, like what a great gold nugget that is, because as soon as you taught me, hey guys, what should we be doing? Or, hey little Zach, where's the best place for your shoes? The kids would like jump to the pump and show off their greatness. It gave them a way to have ownership over their own lives and make them feel included in the process. So we want to ask questions versus dictating.
Correct. And if you get the deer in the headlight look like, I don't know, that's called progress. So follow it up with this. I know you don't know, but if you had to guess, what's your best guess where it could go or where it should be? And then wait and let them think for up to 30 to 60 seconds.
Yes.
And then guess what happens every single time? Boom! And off they go. Because for the first time, they got a chance to do it all by themselves. And that's what Learning to Speak Kid is all about.
Yes. You know, you can grow a squash in 2 months, but it takes 50 years for an oak tree to mature. And right now we've been convinced that, you know, lectures and negative consequences is the way to empower children, but that's not working. So we've got to start raising our children more like oak trees, right? We have 18 years to prepare these little geniuses for the world that exists without us.
You're absolutely correct, Bonnie. It's not going to be fixed overnight because it took literally days, weeks, months, and years and decades to do everything backwards since 1946. However, the quick fix is beginning to look through the situation, not through your big kid adult eyes who's got lots of reps, 20 years of experience, but go back to what it was like to be two, not physically, but mentally. You're seeing something for the very first time. And when you can slow down to look through the situation through their eyes, not expecting them to see it through yours, not only will you win every single time, but you'll have a magical moment in parenting where the child goes, I have a big kid trusted advisor, and they're showing me the way and believe that I can do it all by myself.
We have parents ask us all the time, like, how fast am I going to see a change? Or like, where do I start? And I got to just say, every minute of every hour of every day that we plant these beautiful seeds of capability, these beautiful seeds of you can do it, which breeds confidence, these beautiful seeds of purpose and autonomy. And once these start going in, they will start coming out as the fruit, a cooperative, happy, healthy, amazing leadership child. And we've seen it happen thousands of times, and you can do it too. Now, what we're talking about is principle-based parenting, and it works because the problem was never the child. It was always the approach. Children are stimulus response to their environments. So when we change the environment, we change the tone, the intention, the language that we use with them, the children automatically change. We've seen this with 2-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and 17-year-olds. And I want to say 22-year-olds living in a basement. Yes, there is always time to make a transformation. If this landed with you, drop reframe, and we'll send you over our top 5 key phrases that stop defiance before it starts. And if you know a mom who needs this, send them this video right now.